Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to discuss why your company numbers play an important role, and it doesn't mean that if you have one idea you can actually advertise it at Facebook. When you start with an ad account, the most important thing, or in e-commerce, the most important thing that you need to do is to establish one channel which is going to work. Is it going to be organic with influencers? Is it going to be Google ads? Is it going to be Facebook ads? Now, let's say that you reach the point that you have gone to Facebook and you said, okay, I'm going to decide to start with Facebook and try to advertise with Facebook to see if it's going to work. Then you try and then you see most of the times with a new pixel, you're going to see one sale here, one sale there, and then you're going to have one campaign which is actually going to work for a period and then it's going to die and then you have to start it all over again. These are normal and standard things that are happening in new ad accounts with new pixels. You're going to have some results, then it's going to die, then you will try again and so on until you have some stability, some consistency. And this is the point that you will get 1 or 2 sales every day from your ads. It's going to be easier for you to launch new campaigns and your pixel is going to be there in order to bring you sales and so on. But what is it going to happen when you are going to reach that point that you will have the stability and you're not getting the return on ad spend that you want? This is the point, my friends, that you need to start realizing that your numbers are not suitable for Facebook advertisement and you need to do changes into your site, into your average order value, into many other things like the cost of your products or anything. So let's analyze it a little bit further. So we are at the point that we have a trained pixel and we have a way of getting consistent sales, which is very important, okay? I don't want to undermine it and say that it's not important to have a sale. Even if the sale is not profitable, and this is happening with a lot of companies, they call it burn rate. You can go and you can have sales, consistency. You're building clients for the future. You're just seeing what is working, what doesn't work, what your people, your customers actually want to see from you and everything. So the most important thing is now achieved, and you can see that yes, I can have sales because there are some companies that they're not even reaching the point of having sales with Facebook ads. So you're at the point that you're getting sales, but it's not profitable. That means that you start to analyze it with another way. You don't start blaming your advertiser, you don't start blaming your developer and stuff. You start seeing it as a whole and see if you can find solution. Maybe the problem is going to be the advertiser. Maybe the problem is going to be your landing page. Maybe the problem is that your numbers don't make sense. You want to have a profit margin, for example, of 10%. A Facebook advertisement is expensive, so you cannot operate with these profit margins. Maybe you need to have a cost per purchase of $5 in order to get each client, because this is the only way for you to be profitable, but you are getting 20 because this is how expensive it is with the CPMs. Maybe people are coming with a low cost, but you are having a low average order value into your store, so it doesn't make any sense to take the ROAS that you want and pass your break-even ROAS because people are not converting enough, and Facebook doesn't care if someone comes to your site and buys something for $1 million or for $2. So all of these things combined together, they are saying that you have a problem and that you need to face it. There is no point for you to just go and blame this or that or that. You should start thinking of different ways. The solution is not going to come by just changing methods or hiring Konstantinos or finding the crazy method or another method or by training your pixel even more if you are far away from your target. But the solution is going to come by trying to make it sustainable by watching all the numbers and the different things that we mentioned and 10 more, okay? And then start seeing how you can improve in all of them in order for this to become sustainable and profitable for you. I would like to take you into my PC. I would like to show you one of these accounts. I'm having a very good relationship with this person because he understands all that. Before me, he could get just a sale here and there. Now we're getting consistent sales, but it's not profitable. So we started already together working with ways of trying to find solutions, and he already started working on his landing pages, average order value and all of that. And eventually, maybe at some point it's going to work. This is why most advertisers like me would like to work with companies that they have already done all of this process and they come to us and they say, okay, now scale me, okay? But you know that something is working and the numbers make sense. And this is the problem of each startup. If it was that easy, everybody was going going to have a startup or an idea and they are going to run it and everything was going to be perfect. But it is not that easy. So let's go on my PC. Let me show you how I went from having just one sale here and there to a campaign that is actually optimized and is producing sales, testing more things and everything, just because I like to show you a little bit of this concept. It's not like always we are super successful in accounts. We are having also problems in accounts. This is why we are being hired, to solve problems. And let's go on my PC to show you, and I will see you there. So in this specific case study, I need to clarify two things. First of all, the niche is acne skincare products. And the problem with this niche is that it's always a sub-niche of a lot of different categories. So skincare products, subcategory. Is it going to be on personal care, subcategory? And it's always like this, so it's very difficult and it doesn't have interest, because at the start, when you're beginning with a niche like this, you don't have lookalikes or anything like that. The only thing that you can do is target company skincare brands and other interests, which I'm not going to say, but when you do that, you're just always just a sub niche. So if you target 2 or 3 major big companies of skincare, they have people that they have acne problems inside, but it's not their whole audience, if you know what I mean. So the problem here with this account was, as you can see over here, it was getting, over here you can see, for example, it was getting 3 sales, 1, 4, then it was closing 5, 1 sale. These are also campaigns without any results, 3 sales here, 1, 1, 1, 6, 7, and stuff. So what is the ultimate goal of new ad accounts when they start? To train the pixel. The pixel is going to improve things to a point, and I'm going to show you in a little bit numbers, but not in the point that is going to make it profitable if it is not profitable, if it is not close of being profitable. For example, if you have one company that operates with ROAS of 1.5 and it has an untrained pixel and you're getting 1.3, I'm okay to say that, okay, we will train the pixel, the results are going to improve, boom. I have seen also pixels improving the results by one whole thing, taking from 1 ROAS to 2 ROAS. But the other thing that you need to fix in order to understand if your pixel is going to be trained or not is consistency. Because in new pixels, what we see is that the ad account and the campaign is starting, has some results, then it dies, then again and again. So you're in a constant battle of running new campaigns again and again, and trying to have new results, relaunches, and everything. And this is what I was doing here with different interests, lookalikes over here, interests, lookalikes, and everything. When I found one set of specific interests that they worked, and then I ran it with Crazy Method. I was fortunate enough to have one of these ad sets optimized, so I managed to get 36 purchases. It has never happened before to the ad account, and the sales are consistent. Every 2 days I'm having one sale. I'm trying to take, there are periods that I'm having every day, but I'm trying to get it to the point that I will have one sale every day, no matter what. And now we can see that the cost per purchase is on 115. And we can see that comparing to previous, here we had with some lookalike, some lag for a period, 114 and then 109. And then you see it's always much more. So what we have done, this one is 62, but I think it's from a specific period with a promotion, something like Mother's Day or whatever. And even like this, it doesn't have the volume, okay? It has 4, here we have 9, that's it. And then they were dying also. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to have sales, consistency, training our pixel. It's losing money right now. We don't have any huge budget for that. It's fine. For people that they have several e-commerce stores, it's something understandable. And we reached to the point that we say, okay, we lowered our cost per purchase to this point. We have consistency with the results. Also, another thing that I'm seeing here is that we were having 60, 70, 61 and stuff. And now with this campaign, we dropped also the CPM to 32. Okay, we're having good click-through rates and everything. So are we starting, so what are we doing? Are we closing this campaign now and we say that it's not profitable, so let's do another campaign? Aiming for what? For 50, for 60, for 40 cost per purchase? Here, it's obvious that we are having a problem with the funnel. This owner, if it's not going to fix the number of average order value, for example, we might have a cost per purchase of 116. It might increase to 80, 70, okay, when the pixel is going to get better, but still we need to improve also on other metrics in order to make it profitable, okay? So I'm doing my job right now on the ad account, which is consistency, sales, optimization. Whenever something dies, I'm trying new things until I find something working again, keeping it for a period, feeding the pixel with data for a company that nobody knows, and we try to make it known to have some new customers that are going to come, that are going to be repeated customers and stuff. So what I'm trying to say is this: when you're a startup, when you're starting, you need to pass a period when you're going to have some very bad results, then a period that you're going to have some consistent results and maybe they're not going to be profitable, and then you're going to start working on how you're going to fix these numbers in order to make it and consistent and profitable. These are the steps. And there are these people which I'm really jealous of, and I have worked with several of them in accounts that they start and they are immediately profitable, but this is happening because they have a product that not a lot of people have, and so on and so on. Here we're talking about acne treatment products, and we know that there are thousands and thousands of products like that, and the competition in the skincare brand is fierce. So if you want to build it, you have to bleed. I will see you for the closing of the video. I hope that this case study actually helped you to understand that the numbers that we see inside the Facebook ads, they are not being defined only by the Facebook ads and our strategies, but also from the numbers that we have as a company and as a whole corporation. So that's all I had for you. If any of you is thinking that it's my fault and it could have 3 ROAS if somebody was going to do different kind of ads, send me an email and I'm going to forward the email to this person so that you can work with them and have 3 ROAS. If you understand, some of you, that it's not only what Konstantinos is doing on the platform or the strategies or whatever, okay, maybe if it was a difference of 0.2 ROAS, maybe it can be improved with strategies or creatives, but after that, when you have such big differences, there are other problems that you need to solve first before you see strategies and creatives. Don't forget that if you want to learn more, you can check my book, my free course, my paid course, my website, and until we meet again, guys, before I close the video, I need to say that I'm not able to take a lot of startups because of this reason, so don't send me emails about handling your startup that has all of these problems. I'm doing it only for specific people. Don't forget that, don't forget, you have to be creative, you have to be consistent. Bye.